Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is Hunter from Outtenastrophotography, and as you've seen from the title, yes, I'm going to be building an observatory. Finally, something that I've always wanted for so many years, especially when I really get back into the hobby of astronomy yet again. Now, astrophotography, what better place that have your equipment in a nice, secure place. Don't have to worry about strong winds trying to blow around the tripod, or even in the other cases. No! God, please, no! 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 Destroying your entire equipment when a random snow squall arrives. This is going to be a huge project for me because I've never done anything of this kind of sort before. So this is definitely going to be a big learning experience without a doubt. But I have about 75% of the materials that I need to go and start this project here within the next couple of weeks and hopefully finish it before the summer months. So I'll be able to get ready to use it. So I have been wanting an observatory for quite some time now, like I mentioned, but I never really found anything that was a possibility that's not so expensive, because I've seen other plans like the Sky Shed pods that are a couple $1,000s. You have sheds that are made for things like that are also several $1,000s on top of that, until a random time I went into a Home Depot here recently and I found something that could very well be put into an observatory at a very affordable rate. Well, what might that be, you ask? Well, happened to find a steel galvanized shed, a 10-foot by 8-foot, at Home Depot one time when just me and the wife were just going to get an air conditioner because it is getting to be a lot warmer now. I've only had about 2 window units. I need a third one for my office since it does get extremely hot in there. And I happened to randomly come across a deal they were having for a 10-foot by 8-foot shed that was at a really affordable rate of only $500. So what is in this box right here is actually this shed. It's a very heavy box, to say the least, because trying to get it with me and my wife out of the back of my compact SUV that was basically hanging out in the middle of the highway. But in here is a 10-foot by 8-foot shed that is made out of galvanized steel. And this is what I came up with. And this is going to be what I'm going to use for building this observatory. You can kind of see a little bit here on the side, even though it is upside down, what I'm working with. It has lockable doors that the doors just slide open here. And I'm pretty sure we can modify this, and I've seen people do this as well. Modify this to have a pier mount on the inside, since you build this from the ground up, and be able to remove the roof. Well, I do have people ask me, why don't you convert this shed here into your observatory? Well, there's two major problems here. One is this giant cypress tree that's right beside it. And I mean, looking at the condition of the shed when I first moved in here last October, it's not the greatest. It is barely hanging on for life here. So we're going to start completely fresh with that, and something that is probably going to last a lot longer than that thing would. Like I mentioned, I have about 75% of the materials so far of this. I'm going to be building a wooden base underneath of it for the flooring. I'm not the greatest when it comes to doing concrete, especially of any larger scale, but I did pick up some bricks from over the last weekend where this is going to be where the framing will sit on. It's just some regular cinder blocks, nothing fancy, but something to keep it off of the ground, because we do get a lot of rainfall here, especially for how much rain we've seen this spring in general. So the ground is usually pretty wet here, and we're dealing with all the moisture. That's definitely going to be a problem, and that wood will rot out instantly. So that's the next thing on the list I'm going to be getting is lumber, but I'm probably going to have to either rent a truck from Lowe's or Home Depot, or get a buddy to help me get the lumber for it, because lumber is not going to fit in that Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, without a doubt, because plywood's a little big, and so are 10-foot 2x4s, especially when they are going to be planted right here. This is about where I'm going to set up for everything here, and construction is going to take place here relatively soon. So what is my ultimate goal for this? Well, I want to have a nice, secure, safe place for my equipment and be able to just simply roll off of the roof and just begin imaging at any time, even if I'm not home or happen to be away, and I can still image, because there's been plenty of times when I have to go visit family, especially on the wife's side, that the times that it's usually clear out, unfortunately, but I'll be able to control everything remotely from that point, but also want to be able to have an observatory for the local community here and be able to do outreach events and just do a lot of STEM education like I am going to be doing this summer with Virginia Space Flight Academy with their space camp yet again. And speaking of which, we are also going to be hosting a star party this upcoming weekend. If you happen to be in the Delmarva region and you want to come join us, it is at the Hazel Outdoor Discovery Center in Eden, Maryland. I host this personally. It's called the Delmarva Astronomical Star Party, and it is the only star party in the entire peninsula as of now, since a lot of the other ones died before COVID. So I'm slowly trying to bring things back. We got several dozen people that is expecting, and the best part is it doesn't cost you a dime. It's completely free to sign up. You can camp right on the property, bring a camper, bring an RV. We have nice facilities on the inside. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. So if you want to join, I'll leave a link down in the description. If you want to come by and, you know, just hang out with other astronomers, astrophotographers, and just do some visual viewing or astrophotography as well. Very, very dark skies there, as we do have a Bortle 4. With construction taking place here relatively soon, I do have to ask the community for a little bit of some help. For one thing, I'm trying to figure out the best approach to figuring out how to roll off this roof efficiently. I have seen different things online about using these very large, oversized like drawers that they split down the middle of the roof and be able to push either side. I have an example that I will be showing as well, but I have no idea where to even find something like that. Or what I really kind of want to do when I had originally was be able to push the entire roof off in one swoop and not have that opening in the middle, because I know that may cause issues with leaks, and I definitely do not want leaks inside of the observatory because of that. So if you have suggestions on a full-on roller across, please let me know, because definitely could use the help on that, since this is something completely new that I'm going to be diving into. Luckily, I got friends here in the area that are going to help me build this, and I'm going to show every step of the way on the journey to doing so. So very, very exciting stuff here. I know it's not a processing or imaging video, since the skies have been not so great still. Springtime on Delmarva, what can you do? But hopefully this gets things very, very exciting going forward, and definitely helps me keep being motivated to do these videos, processing tutorials, imaging, just, you know, communicate with you guys. So please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. We're getting fairly close to 1,000 subscribers now. Thank you for that. It's definitely encouraging to keep things going here, and I'll see you in the next video.